Hello, all of you. Thank you so much for joining in with us on today. This is just a special segment to talk with you all. And today is pretty much like Jayla's show and what she wants to discuss with the world. And I'm extremely happy that she has the boldness to come and talk to everyone on today. I ask you to receive her because she has a lot to say. And she may not talk a lot as long as I do, but she does have a lot to say. And so, can you all just shout out Jaila right now and just say, hey, Jaila, and Bentley, yes, Bentley in the background. Uh-uh. Now he okay. Let him be quiet. Let him be quiet. Let him. He doing good now. He doing good. Kendrick, family from back home. Hey, how are you? Hey. I would like for all of you to tag, share, and like and invite. Let others know that we're on. We are extremely excited on today. We got on our faith over fear shirts. We got on our faith over fear shirt. So Jayla has a lot to say. And I don't know what she's going to say because, you know, she's a kid. And hey, Kobe. Hey, Misha. She's a kid. So she has a lot to say. What she's going to say, I don't know. But I just know what I posted. And she said she has some things she wants to share with you guys from a kid's perspective. So Jayla, what you want to deal with first? What you want to tackle on first? You want to tackle on school, church? I know you say you want to talk about church, family. You want what do you want to tackle first?
First, I will talk about school.
Okay, what about school?
Like most people are like in college and stuff, but like parents, when kids are doing schoolwork and they get bad grades, don't think it's easy because most of the time it's not. From a kid's perspective, like we overcount.
Mm-hmm.
We like miss certain steps, but when we get a bad grade, you guys are very upset with us. But it's something we really didn't know.
So you think the parents get upset with you because you know you make a bad grade? So use me as an example. Tell me about me.
Like when I got a C in math, like you weren't all the way upset. You were just telling me to bring the C up and go practice my multiplication.
But how did I make you feel?
You didn't make me feel like upset. You like.
Go ahead.
You made me look at math in a different way when you sat down and taught it to me.
Okay, so that give the people what was going on with you with the math. Give the people an example.
With math?
Why did I talk to you in the way that I did so you can understand it? Well, give the people the scenario of what was going on. Bring them into the conversation.
Like if your kid has trouble in a certain math area, has any type of bad grade, don't yell at them and get mad and tell them to do better. Or
JJ, don't say that to her. No, I want you to be honest with the people because they really need to hear. You don't need to be nervous or scared. As I always tell you, I give you that opportunity to speak. So today is your day where you get to speak freely. Okay. Whatever you want to say and talk from the perspective, why did you get to see? What was the reason why you got to see? Let's go back to I think it was September. I believe you got to see. Let's go back to that place to why you got to see.
I got to see in estimation because it was something very new to me and I just went to the 4th grade.
But prior to that, what happened what happened before that about math that you shared with me.
Like before, my old stepdad, he was the one who taught me most of the math that I know. And then I was very upset and didn't want anything to do with him. So, like anything that he taught me or I learned from him.
So basically, math was a reminder for you of him.
Yes.
Okay. And so, how did it made you angry, or like you saw math differently? I know you said it was something new, but what happened was he was always the one that helped her with her schoolwork. You talk, because this is your show. This is your time. The time to shine, not my time to talk. I'm here support you and whatever you got to say.
He was the one who always taught me my schoolwork through math, through history, and reading and writing.
Talk to them, because they don't look down. You good.
He was the one who taught me.
Bentley, you distracting her. Stop. God don't mind Bentley. I'm gonna call your mama. Tell her to come pick you up. Yeah. Go ahead.
I forgot what I was saying.
He reminded you the math. He always taught you history and things of that nature. Go ahead.
He was the one who taught me most of it, and when he did what he did, I was really angry, and through math I didn't try because that was the subject he mostly taught me.
What else? Go ahead.
So, parents, if your children has gone through anything like that, don't get mad at them. Like, sit down and ask them what's going on, and then once they tell you, if they don't understand something, teach them. Just don't send them away, but teach them to do better in the subject. And now I have an A in math because of the help from my mom.
And what I did was, like, just to bring you guys in our household, I was a very big advocate of him being the lead, him taking the lead, taking a lot of the responsibility off of me, working and, doing the stuff that I was doing, because I work, and he pastored. So being that church was on Sundays and Thursdays and Fridays, the days that was in the evening, but as far as dedication, he was dedicated to her education, very dedicated. But when it came down to what happened in the household, what came down happened in the household with us, it really affected her in a way where I knew it did, but I thought that maybe when she got to school, it was a new grade, yes. And I told her, even he had a conversation with her in her third grade year. Her third grade, like Jaila, fourth grade is not going to be the same. And long story short, when she got into fourth grade, and math has been pretty much an area where they use it all the time, it really was, it was very huge, it was very huge for her, and she didn't want to deal with math. So when I saw the C, I was like, Jaila, you always had gotten A's in math. What's going on? And so when she actually I asked her questions like, what's going on? Sit down with me. Tell me what's going on. Mind you, I run a school, and I take a lot of time up with kids, 12 hours a day. So when she comes to the school, it's like I'm having to still be a mother, but then still be a mother, but still be a director as well. So Bentley, do not do that again. Don't do it again. Don't throw that pillow down. Now you turned off the cocoa. So it was a lot of things that was going on with Jaila. So today she wants to talk about it. And so I'm just allowing her that room to discuss it. And so parents, sometimes we be very hard on kids. We got a lot going on every day. We're working. We do a whole lot of stuff, and we feel like the child understands. And so it's difficult. It's very difficult. Jelly Bean is gonna be all right. Come on, he'll be fine. He the one did that. You did that. So you turned it off. Go ahead, Jelly. So yeah, with the school, we're on school. About the schoolwork. Go ahead.
Like, just don't be hard on your kids. Mostly.
But I think being hard on you is necessary.
Not all the time.
Why?
If you do it most of the time, they have a bad grade. For instance, on Thursday, I got a 65.
Yeah. Move your feet, Bentley, off that bed like this.
I got a 65 on my division test.
Why you get a 65? Because what?
I told you, most of the time we overcount or skip something.
Yeah. Oh, so you saying the reason why you got a bad grade is because you overcount or you skip something?
Yes.
Okay, so what you saying is the parent don't be understanding why you got it wrong.
Yes.
But we just saying you shouldn't have got it wrong.
Yes.
Okay.
And then yesterday, every time we take a test, we always do a version 2 for anyone who failed it, so they can get a higher grade.
Okay, so what's a version 2?
Version 2 is the same division except with different problems.
It's the same division with different problems. What do you mean? Different problems meaning? Oh, you're talking about it's the same test, but it's just different problems, not the same ones you got wrong.
Yes.
Okay, got it.
And then
that's a lot.
When I took it again yesterday, I got 100.
Oh, I'm proud of you. Good job, girlfriend.
So at my school, we always do a version 2. But our teacher, if we got a good grade, on one, if we got an 85 on the test, she still gives us the option to retake it or not.
Mm-hmm.
And most people retake it so they can get a higher grade. But if they get a lower grade, she still lets us keep the higher grade. Move.
Well, that's good. I mean, at least she gives you that option. She said, good job, Jaila. Well, that's good. I'm happy to hear that. I think with you told me, you said, Mom, you think I'm gonna always get good grades. This is what you have always said to me. You said, Mama, you always think I'm gonna get good grades, and sometimes I'm not. But I'm saying you go to school to learn to get good grades, not bring home bad grades. Bad grades is to help push you in a place where you can do better.
But that's not what school is for.
What is school for then?
School, it has ups and downs. Like, school is to test you on your learning. Like, they teach it to you. You take a test to see if you're paying attention. And then you take the test. And then if you get a good grade, then you move on to the next subject.
Mm-hmm.
And then you keep going higher and higher. Each good grade you get, that determines on if you pass or not.
Okay.
School isn't just for you to get all good grades. That's what parents think. School is to teach you about your ups and downs in your grades.
You done taught me something new about school, because I've always been taught you go to school to get good grades and get a good education.
No. You're supposed to go to school to get taught so you can go to the next grade and get taught something new. That's how you get the education. But you're still going to get bad grades. But then you always, going bad grade doesn't mean you're not going to pass.
Okay. One bad grade don't mean you're not gonna pass. Okay, you done taught me something new. Mm. What else you want to talk about school before you go to the next thing? They say they love you, Jaila. That's your stomach.
No, I just burped.
Oh.
Yeah.
What's the next thing? What else you want to talk about in school as far as bullying?
Like, for instance, in North Carolina, I used to get bullied a lot at school on the bus. But then when I came to Texas, since I felt overwhelmed by that bullying in North Carolina, I started to become a bully.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
So if
Go ahead. Keep talking.
like
Go ahead.
if you become a bully, well, if you get bullied and you're overwhelmed, don't become a bully to your bully. Try to work things out with them, and if it doesn't work, you fight.
Why do you think you're supposed to fight? Now you done went left. No, you don't fight.
I'm just kidding.
I don't know what's going on with this thing today. It's freezing. Try
You're
not
not
to do
supposed to
all
fight.
that moving.
But you're supposed to try to work.
What's going on with
And if it works out, then good. Like,
so you're saying become friends with your bully.
mm-hmm. But if they still try, then like, if they still try to bully other people, let them not let them continue bullying. Like, let them know, like, hey, you're not supposed to do that. And then if they stop, then good. But if they don't, then you should tell the teacher. For instance, at gym, this girl named Hope was bullying me, and then I had told the coach, and then she told the other coach, Coach Mazlanka, and he had told us to try to work things out and be friends, and now we're friends. So work things out, and if it doesn't work out, ignore them, or continue to let the teacher know.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Denise. Okay. There go your Mimi. She said, come through, Jaila.
No.
Can I have a scripture, please?
No.
Who is that?
That's Mimi. Mimi, I'm not praise dancing right now.
But even though you're not praise dancing, what she's still saying is, what's the scripture to go with it? Well, what you just said with bullying.
Shh, I'm thinking.
Oh.
Come on.
It's gonna mess up. It's gonna mess up. You can't do it. You can't have other things going on.
Your computer is bad.
No, it's not. It don't do any of this because you're trying to do something different. See, you can't have any other tabs open. You can't do it. You got
Oh, Mom.
no.
I need to look
No,
up
because
the
you done
scripture.
messed up the broadcast. You don't need to look up the scripture. You should know it.
No, so I can read it.
Love one another as she's saying it to you. Love one another as I have loved you. Somebody said, no weapons formed against you shall prosper. Those scriptures go with what you said.
Yes, but then there's another scripture.
Which one is that?
It's with fruits of the Spirit.
What about the fruit of the Spirit?
We need love, kindness.
What about it? What about it?
Peace and joy.
Long suffering.
Yes, long suffering. But you might have to suffer through the bullying, but when you decide to make a decision, then that's when it will stop. And that's when love, kindness, peace, and joy will come in.
Look at Mimi. Mimi said, "Come on, baby." Mimi just been on a proud moment. Mimi was my mentor to help cultivate me when I was going through a really hard time in my life back in 2019. And so when she came here to stay with us for a few months, was it in 2019 or 2020? It was 2019. It was 2019 because she was here 2020. But it's 2019. Mimi came from Maryland to stay with us and also to help with the ministry that we were once a part of. Okay. Jaila, you're encouraging us grown folks out of the mouth of babes. Okay, so now.
Nope. We can't switch to the next one yet.
Oh, okay.
Now we have to talk about behavior issues with children.
Oh, okay. It's her show, y'all. Go ahead. Go on with your behavior issues, Jaila.
Okay, so children, most of the time, we misbehave because we feel like something's not going our way or we disagree with something.
Say that one more time. Billy, shh. Go ahead.
We feel like something's not going our way or disagree with something or we just don't listen.
That's what behavior, when you're having behavior issues, when something is not going our way or what now? Because I want to make sure I get you because we got you on camera. So what you said now?
Something's not going our way. Mm-hmm. We disagree with something.
Disagree with something such as?
Anything. Or we just do what we want to do.
So with the behavior issues, where are you going to go with the conversation?
Or something that has caused us to do one of those three things.
What else?
And that's for adults too.
Okay. What else you want to talk about the behavior with kids?
Yeah.
Why you act out? Why? That's what everybody. Why do you think behavior kids or children act out? Because of something that has happened in the home?
Anywhere. Could have happened at school, at church. Someone could have said something to them. Mm-hmm. Anything.
Okay. Now what about so are we still talking about it on the school subject or now you want to switch to home?
We still on school because most kids misbehave in school.
What about?
Yes, church. Mostly comes from church. Most of it comes from church.
Why you say that? Okay, but why do you say that? They go Helen. Why you say most of it come from church?
Because not all church have the Lord in it.
Okay.
And most of us children know that. That's why if something like that causes us to act out.
But when you said not all church got God in it, what does it got to do with the kids?
It causes something to go in our ear that's not true.
With the kids?
Mm-hmm.
In the church? Mm-hmm. So you're saying the reason why kids act the way they do behavior-wise in the church is because they hear something that is not true?
Yes. And then
for example? Go ahead, finish your thought.
Like, example.
Tell the truth. Shame
God knows our heart. And then when they get older, they start saying that. It's true, he does know your heart. But he also knows that saying comes from a big part of a lie.
What? Say that again, Jaila. Lord have mercy about it. I need a sheet. Say that again.
It comes from a big part of a lie.
So God knows my heart. Say it again, because Lord Jesus. Go ahead. Say it again. You know your Mimi got back up when it come to you. Go ahead.
It comes from a big part of a lie. A lot of people say it. God knows your heart, and He also knows what you're saying. God knows your heart about. You know it's not true. You're just trying to trick someone to believe what you're saying.
I'm trying to keep my composure because I told y'all I don't know what she had to say. So when she said she wanted to go live, okay, keep going. Keep going. What else? The kids' behavior in the church.
Wait, we still got to deal with that big part.
Okay.
That big part of God knows my heart. Okay. Everyone says that because, one, it's a lie. Two, it tricks someone. And then people want other people to feel sorry for them. But when people be on live saying, God, oh, no, God knows my heart, oh, this, that, and the other. Nope, it's a lie. So don't believe that. Do not believe that.
But why are you telling the people don't believe that? Because you're saying that it's a lie? Is that what you're saying?
It's not always a lie. Yes, God knows your heart, but at least say, God knows my heart, and there are certain things that are unclean in it.
Oh, okay.
You can't just say, God knows my heart, and everybody's not perfect. Nope. You can't say that. You can say, God knows my heart, and there's certain unclean things in it that causes me not to act right.
Mm-hmm. I'm listening. Yeah, yep. Your Auntie Helen said, she said, yep. Mm-hmm. He knows your heart, but your heart dirty. Mm-hmm.
Because we are made out of dirt. We are still filthy rags.
Billy, you were supposed to repeat what she said. Billy said filthy rags. Jesus. Flo, keep going. Talk to the people. How did it feel? How did it feel with you being in a house with both of your parents? One was an apostle.
Billy, no, you finna make that TV fall.
No, you better not touch that TV. How did it talk to the people as far as with their how did it feel with you being in the church, being a preacher's kid? What was going on there? Because you said, Mom, I want to talk about the church, school, family. I want to deal with it all. So I'm listening. How did it feel with you being a preacher's kid in our home and in the home at the time together? What was it like for you?
Like, I felt very overwhelmed. Because, like, I felt like I had to do everything right. I couldn't mess up, but everyone's not perfect.
Mm-hmm. Don't pay attention to the comments. Go.
Like, I felt I couldn't mess up. I couldn't do anything wrong. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't have fun. I couldn't listen to no other music except for gospel or jazz.
How did it make you feel?
Like, very upset.
Why? Why you was upset because you couldn't do any of those things, right?
Yes, I felt like I couldn't do any of those things. But God never said that. He never said, nope, you can't live your life, you can't have fun.
God didn't say that.
Nope, he never said that.
And that's why you always said, Mom, show me in the scripture where it says that.
Mm-hmm.
And so you're saying that what preachers are preaching is what are they preaching? From your perspective, from a kid's perspective, and you're seeing it and you're hearing it, what are you saying that now that people are preaching? Go ahead, walk.
Like, what do you mean by that?
I mean, what is it? You're saying that the people in the church who are pastors and apostles and prophets, like bring the house that we just came out of into the conversation. What was it like for you?
I felt like I came out a very wicked house. I felt like I couldn't do nothing. I felt very trapped, like I was in bondage. I felt like a slave because I had to do things that I didn't want to do.
What were those things? Examples.
I had to lie about things because he wanted me to.
And what was those things that you had to lie about?
Because, for instance, he said, like, for instance, one night I had peed in the bed when we were at the old apartment. I told him I had peed in the bed, I think. And then I went in there to come tell you guys. And then I said, I peed in the bed. And then he said, why? Because you were too lazy to get up? I said, no. If that's what you want me to say, then I'll say it. Because I wasn't lazy. No. He made me say that. And because I was very tired. I was very tired. I went into a deep sleep that night, and I didn't get up around 12 to go use the restroom because I was very tired. So when I finally woke up, I had felt that I used the restroom on myself.
Yeah, right. What is this right now? What you feeling? What you feeling right now? What's going on?
Like I felt like I was trapped.
So as being a PK kid and you in the church and we was transitioning a lot, what did that look like for you? How did that look for you or made you feel? Because when it comes to the church,
when he did what he did, I started to feel like he was hiding something. And then later on now, we just found out that he was LGBTQ.
So this made you feel like betrayed, or because something that was preached against constantly in our house? And what did that make you? What was going through your head? Because you knew.
I felt like my life was a lie, and the house we were living in wasn't truth, and it wasn't God.
So you feel like a lot of preacher kids they have to keep up a certain image for the church,
yes,
for the people. That's what, in other words, and then when you was going through what you was going through, using the bathroom on yourself. We later on found out that Jaila has been traumatized to different situations, so that's what caused her to have. We went to another doctor from the doctor that we had before, and the doctor we had before agreed with my ex and was like, "Yes, she's being lazy. She shouldn't still be using the bathroom on herself." So then, now that we're going through all these different steps with therapy,
wasn't it a male?
Yeah.
Yep. That was the same dude that approached us.
So, but then, we ended up later on finding out the reason why she kept having accidents on the bed.
My body was going through changes. My body responds in very different ways about the atmosphere if something's not right.
Right. So she would have, and then that's when we found out she would, while she's sleeping, she would be dreaming, reiterating in her sleep, because Jaila talks in her sleep. And there are times where I've heard Jaila talking, and I was trying to figure out who was she talking to in her sleep. And I would say, "Jaila, wake up! Who you talking to?" And it's like she's so deep in her sleep, to where she's talking to me, but she's asleep. Like last night, I cleaned her ears out. Jaila didn't know I cleaned her ears out. She was in a deep, deep sleep. So, you know, as the doctors was talking to us and letting us know, she has really battled with severe trauma, and due to some of the things that I've been through, what I've took her through. And that's something else you said you want to talk about too, of us going, my transition of you being with me and going to from different relationships and things of that nature.
So I guess right now we're in the family topic.
Yeah. Because it was school, family, then church.
And then lastly, I'll talk about myself.
Oh, okay. Go ahead, whenever you're ready. The family topic, it seems it's very I'm gonna let you talk about it.
Very overwhelmed. When I went back home to visit, I felt like I was myself.
What's home?
North Carolina. With my grandma Nini and Mr. Lamont and Caleb.
You felt like you were yourself?
Yes, I could be myself. I didn't have to hide anything. I didn't have to lie for anybody. I was myself.
And what else? How do you view family when you were, again, we're on family, you was yourself, but how do you view church though? Like as a family, how you view church as a family when we were going to church? Because especially in the mornings, oh my goodness, those mornings, it was a fight with you in the mornings for church.
No, because I didn't want to go, because I already knew that he was going to be preaching something that he wasn't really living.
But why you ain't say nothing?
Because every time I would tell you something, you will always go back and tell him.
So you didn't trust me?
No.
Mighty God. That's crickets. So when did you start trusting me again?
After we got out of the situation.
So were you going to ever tell me?
After we got out the situation.
So if I still stayed in the marriage, you're telling me that you would have never told me until I got out the marriage, or you would have got out the house?
No, I would have told you.
When?
Nope, I would have told you when he hit you.
Mhm. Wow. So, okay. So now that you are no longer, well, we're still dealing with when you said, like, what is it that you want the people to know as far as raising, talk to the kids who are pastor kids that are family in a family. What do you have to say to that pastor that has a family, a wife, a child? What is it that you have to say?
If you aren't living the life that you are preaching, just go ahead and tell them and leave. Because nobody has time to be living a life that's a lie.
But you got a lot of people who live a lie. So you're saying that they're being someone that they're not.
Yes. If you're gay, just go ahead and tell, because no one wants to be involved with that. No one really wants to be involved with that. They want to live a life of truth and not a lie.
So those of who are in the LGBT, because you got friends at school that like girls and stuff. Boys, no.
Nope, not my friends. Nope.
So what was the biggest thing that you felt like even as preacher kids, you're saying to everybody that if you are a pastor's, what is it? Child. What do you want to say to that kid that's your age? What you want to say to them?
If you sense anything that you feel is not true, and you feel like your mom or dad is living a life, go ahead and tell the parent it's not really exposing it's the truth, like letting out what you had built up in you inside.
And how do they start out saying it though? They start out saying it respectfully, how you did me.
Continue, like, don't be rude when you tell them. Say it respectfully so you won't get your head knocked off and your lips won't be cut off.
Hello, why you gotta say get your head knocked off?
Because that's how y'all parents be threatening us. Like yesterday on the phone, you said, I'm too mad at you.
To whoop you.
If I whoop you, I'ma hurt you. Y'all be threatening us.
But I didn't whoop you, did I?
No, because it wasn't my fault.
Okay. Wow. OMG. Okay. What do you have to say to that kid that does not have their biological father in their life?
Okay. So.
You're getting sleepy.
No. Okay. So, my biological father got out of jail in 2018.
Yeah.
When I
think he was 7 or 8.
I think I was.
I think he was 8. Yeah.
When I was 8 years old. No, I was 7. No. 8. Like, my biological father got out of jail in 2018 when I was 8 years old. And so when my mom had told me he got out in October. Yes, I am no longer on mute. When my mom told me he got out in October, I said, well, did he try to reach out to me? I felt very alone and felt like he didn't want to speak to me.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was very upset towards him and like
Harris Shoe, you can dismiss yourself. Matter of fact, let me see how I can block you. Go ahead. Because you don't know the content or the conversation. So now I'm going to let you stay on here. I'm not going to block you.
Excuse me. You can easily dismiss yourself. No one has time for hate. Nobody has time for it. You can leave. No one told you to get on here. So you don't have to be on here. I'm no longer on mute.
Go ahead.
You're lost. Well, you should have joined at the beginning.
Okay, stay focused.
Anyways.
Your biological father.
When my biological father didn't reach out to me, I felt upset. But when I had called him that night, he talked to me on the phone, but then he got into a car accident where he's on and off with his relationships towards people. But when I actually went down there to go see him in North Carolina, he was more interested in talking to my mom than me.
Why you always got to emphasize that?
Because. And then recently, just a few days ago, I was looking at his story on Snapchat, and he posted on his story a briefcase full of $100 bills, saying this is the only thing I'm about.
And what?
And then I said he should be about trying to get a relationship with your daughter, not even just me, with all his other kids. There's 4 of us.
So that's how you feel? That he should be chasing after, he shouldn't be chasing after money. He should be chasing and trying to build a relationship with you.
Yes.
So what do you want to say to those fathers out there who are not in their children's lives?
And also mothers.
Okay, mothers too.
Without a stable life, at least get to talk to your kids. At least talk to your kids or reach out to them at one point so it can be stable. Right now, my mom and my dad are co-parenting. So my life won't be out of balance.
And that's why you say you believe both parents should be in their child's life because it makes a difference. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm doing my very best to co-parent. I think it's very difficult at times. I still tell Jaila to call her father. I said, just call him, text him just to see how he's doing. Even though he's not calling and texting you, you still call and text. Jaila is not a phone person anyway, but she'll text you. She will do that when she has her phone and she not on punishment. But still, I think it's so important, even though you're the mother and the father is not there. I just feel like it's still the responsibility of that a custodial parent to make sure that that child stays in communication with their father. With me, I did not say one bad thing about Daniel. Never put a negative thought in her mind. I just told her to get to know her father for herself. Um, when she would ask me questions, well, Mama, why he's not there, why he's not reaching out, I couldn't answer those questions for her because I wasn't him. Because if I answer those questions, I'm gonna give my perspective, my feelings on it. And I just told her, I was like, that's just a conversation that you need to have with your father. You need to ask him those questions. So, you know, she said one day she would get tired of chasing after him. So, I just think like being her mother and trying to raise her the best that I can. I'm not a mother that drop off my kids on people. That's just never been me. Jaila is loved by many.
And it's also the same way with my brother. His dad isn't present in his life, but he has a stepdad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, you got it. Yeah, he has. Yeah, your brother has a stepdad because those stepdads they really boss up. Those stepdads stepped up to be the dad, and I think that's honorable when stepdads step up because the biological father dropped the ball. But I don't think the child should have to suffer because you're not present. And that was my fear for Jaila when she didn't have my ex anymore, was that she was going to go through this spiral depression, be angry. And I didn't want her to go through any of that. So I was very proactive of talking to her biological father and like, hey, he's not in the picture no more. Listen, I need you to get yourself together mentally, emotionally, and be there for her. I don't care what you got going on. And I was very clear about that because she's the priority. We didn't ask for her to be here. And it ain't by chance. It happened. We made her. She's our responsibility. And I never asked her father for a dime. A dime. Never asked him for nothing. And at the end of the day, I just feel like, you know, it's so important for the child to understand that their father needs to be present. But even if they're not present, it's okay. Do your part. If you got his phone number, text him. Do your part. So I choose to do what is right and make sure that at the end of the day, they're still your father. We honor the word of God, honor our mother and our father, and your days shall be longer. So she may feel how she feels in certain situations, but I always tell her to be respectful. I was raised in a household where I couldn't say how I felt. I couldn't express how I felt. You was a child. You stayed in a child's place. You had to go to the table, children's table, not be an adult conversation. But there was kids that were actually hurting and seeing their parents hurt like she did. So, something else? Okay, so we deal with church. Did we deal with church? You sure you tackled on church about them preachers? Because she was going in. She was like, Mom, I'm sick of these preachers up here preaching. And they that's not right. That ain't Bible. And I was just like, Jaila, that's how they preaching. So
Yes. We tackled school, church, family.
and you.
No, we didn't want to talk about everything about me, but we talked about
What you want to talk about? That's what you want to talk about.
bits and parts of me.
Okay, well
So
talk about
I guess
you.
we tackled all 4.
Okay. I mean, like she said, family is very important. Keep letting her speak openly no matter what. She's very mature and speaks volumes. Thank you. She's a very bright, always been bright, ever since she was little. And but she was very observant. She paid attention a lot. More so than Jana pays attention to a lot of stuff that I didn't even know she paid attention to. And she'll be like, Mommy, I see. I just don't say anything, but I see it. And I'm like, girl. So um Jayla, she's amazing. She really is. I tell her that often, that she's beautiful. She's amazing. Then when I tell her to put earrings in her ear, she don't want to wear no earring. That's a fight to keep this girl to get earrings in her ear. I think that's pretty much you want to tackle. That's how you tackle. She was really going off about the church though. She was going off. She always been a leader. She's very observant and different. There go Miss Gloria for Apple Tree.
Hi, Miss
Gloria. It's Lee Hinton on there, but it's Miss Gloria. Yes, very observant. Very. Jaila think Bentley, her baby brother, because she hollering about she want a baby brother. She want what you say, a sibling of your own. Mm-hmm. How you say it?
I do have siblings of my own, except like I never met two of them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, two of them. You never met them before. She said, "Hey, baby." It's good because you don't have a lot of kids opening up, and she's beautiful and amazing and going to be used by God and using her now. This is only beginning. Oh yeah, absolutely. She was talking to. I think she just told me something about she didn't want to get in trouble all the time, and I told her she got to watch the friends she keep and following friends because this is huge, you know. Especially the times when she would tell me she didn't want to go to church. I said, get up. You know, I said, how did it make you feel when I would tell you to have to get up in church? She said, Mama, I didn't feel like getting up. We don't woke up early and we had to get up early for church. I said, but you done slept 10 hours. So you should be ready for church. And I think she was just like, Mama, I just wasn't feeling it no more. Especially when praise dancing. Why you stop praise dancing?
I never stopped.
Oh, then what you do then?
I just don't have no engagement.
Oh, Lord have mercy. So how does it feel being the only child?
I'm not the only child.
Well, biologically, here you are.
Not really.
Why are you saying that?
Because I have other siblings.
Well, praise God. I want you to keep that in mind.
Because Bentley's here.
Bentley being bad. Bentley about to go home. But we thank y'all so much. You done talking about everything. You sure you got it all out? Profit?
No. Be ready for me in the summer.
What's in the summer? Oh, for gymnastics?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I have my Simone Biles competition.
You didn't make it this time, but it's okay.
No, that's because you made me go late. Yes.
Oh my goodness. Yes, and Georgia too. Thank y'all so much. You guys, I love y'all very much. Those of you who have really followed us and heard what we have to say, we thank y'all so much. And I'm excited for Jaila, for us. She says she likes this us.
Yes, that's us. Mama, we've been on here for too long.
Well, it's time to get out.
We've been on here for 1 hour.
It's off now? You said you done? We was finishing the conversation in 50 minutes.
Oh.
We was done. Love y'all. Have a great Saturday. Be blessed. And if you guys would like to sew into Jaila, you can. She'll get all her money because she makes sure she gets all her money. If you would like to sew into Jaila, you can. If something she said bless you. What you said, Jaila, your cash out?
Yes.
What's your cash out?
I need my money. I'm not money hungry like these other preachers.
Preachers are money hungry, Jaila?
That's not cash up. Let me type.
What's her cash out? You got to put the dollar sign.
I did.
How do you say that cash out?
I don't know.
Why you come up with something? Why can't you change the name? Hanky what?
Pancake. What is a pancake?
Pancake syrup. Oh, that's what that says.
K.
Oh, but it's with a K.
Yes.
PANK. Pancake syrup.
Yes.
Y'all kids come up with some crazy stuff. You missed the E.
I did.
Yeah, let me do it. And she be killing my pockets anyway.
Done.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
That's her Cash App, Miss Cassandra. Oh, I might have to type it on Facebook.
I'm change my hashtag name later. Pancakes.
Let me check on Facebook. I gotta go on Facebook and type it. This is her Cash App. She mad at Cash App because they won't let her get no card. Cash App said nope, can't get no card. But we got it to where we are able to access her funds. So she has a bank account, so she can. We got 2 bank accounts. Okay.
No, I'm not. I'm 58.
I'm gonna post her Cash App. There's Jaila's Cash App right there.
I'm not too young. I'm 58.
Girl. They said be blessed, baby girl. We love y'all. Bentley is sleeping. And
Intro music. I mean outro music.
yes, therapy helps Jaila. Therapy helps. Therapy helps. Therapy helps. Therapy helps a lot. So that's Jaila's Cash App. Don't put nothing on there because it's gonna block your video. Y'all, this blessed me tremendously. I gotta why your Cash App so long. It's supposed to be pancakes syrup, but she spelled it differently. Be blessed. Love y'all. Y'all take care. Thank y'all for sewing into her. That's if you want to be a blessing. Nobody is doing no money. Don't put it up there because if you do, it's going to block it. And I didn't put the copyrights thing on there.
Mom, in my account.
I know, but it's still gonna copyright on Facebook and it's gonna block it. Gonna block the video.
Copyright.
You gotta prove somebody. Somebody sent you something.
Okay.
So you gotta go and approve it. Who is that sent you something? Say thank you.
It's a Karen Cohen. Thank you for $7.
Don't tell the people what they sending you now. You don't tell them that. You just say
Thank you
thank
for $700 then.
You just gotta confirm it. Thank you so much, Miss Karen. Every seed counts. Every seed counts. Here, there it is. Knew it was something. Look, as soon as y'all said something about money, the people left. We was already ending Harris Shoe. Who is he? He's not even a friend of mine. Harris Shoe. We was getting off. What is he talking about?
There it is.
It's okay. It's all right. It's no problem, honey. He's not gonna be able to see us no more. It's okay. He's blocked now. Y'all be blessed. Have a nice Saturday. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.